Come on, Daniel. Up. Go. Push. Come on.
All right, so I just finished my muscle up set. So I've set the standard for Austin over here.
He's been setting the standard.
But what's he done? Look down here. He's taken off the extra load.
I did a calisthenics hack.
Yeah,
Taking off the bricks, man. You see?
I don't know, is that cheating or not? Let us know in the comment section.
All right, to start off, the wall handstand push-ups. So this was pretty fun to do. I've never tested my max in any regard for this exercise. I used to do a lot of back to wall, but never stomach to wall. So like, how'd you feel about it? Like, did you expect to get, what'd you get, like 17, 18?
We'll have to review the footage, but I was a bit upset I didn't get 20. I'm not gonna lie, we always set those standards for ourselves, but for me, I used this exercise in the past in my training, so I was a bit more familiar with the setup in terms of distance from the wall, body mechanics, that type of thing, so it didn't feel too unfamiliar for me. Still very hard. I mean, when you're pushing yourself, those last few reps were tough. Yeah. And the concept of this video is just about pushing our limits. So regardless of if you get 10, I get 20, or you get 20, I get 10, we just want to see that effort, and we want to show each and every one of you what it takes to get to our level, and the level of our students that have gotten good results with our system and our method. It takes hard work, and this mindset of pushing yourself is something that we really want to get across.
Yeah, that, and also just providing the motivation for you guys to go out and obviously push yourself too.
Done. I'm done.
Push yourself, bro. That's what it's all about, pushing yourself, man.
Yeah, man.
With the veins again, the red.
Let's see what the young man can do now, all right?
Man, you got me nervous now. That's a lot of reps. That's a lot of reps.
And me, myself, no pun intended, I just went balls to wall, man. Just balls to wall, going all out.
That's good.
Stretching at the top, squeezing, going down. It was definitely a fun one to do. I usually work in a range of, I think, 6 to 8, and I use a weighted vest most of the time. So never body weight at this point, but you know, it's always good to just go max all out and have fun with it, you know.
And it's a good reference point to see if your training is actually working as well. So it's not something that we'd test all the time in terms of maxes, but in your case, it's a great example that your training style is working, because you're still able to hit above 10 reps on a difficult exercise.
We did just max out muscle ups. Now, it's funny we did this because at my New York meetup, we had a muscle up competition, and I did max muscle ups with good form or not kipping, and I only got 10 then, but today I pushed it to the edge, and we both, I think, ended up getting 12.
Yeah, I think it was just the vibe of being amongst each other, in the sense of wanting to see what we could both truly do, and it's a great environment. If you've got someone that you can train with that has a similar passion, even if they're not on your level, train with them. Train with them. Yeah.
We tend to forget like how much of training partners can really make that difference, because if I was training by myself, truth be told, I probably would have stopped between 8 and 10, like you said, you know?
Yeah, because beforehand, Austin was saying, I think I might get 8.
Yeah.
Come on, man, you'll get more than 10. And you got 12. Yeah.
And keep in mind, this is after doing weighted pull-ups, the max set, and weighted dips. So those two movements are both involved in the muscle up, the muscle groups. So we were surely fatigued by that point, and we still ended up, you know, doing pretty well at it and just going all out.
And we did the handstand push-ups to start with, even before that. Gotta call it. I'm gonna start kipping too much. I'd love to keep going, but the next one we're moving on to now is the handstand, and I'm a bit guilty here. I chose something that I know I practice a little bit more than you.
Yeah.
So thanks for testing out your max on something that's not something that you usually train.
Yeah, I train handstand movements obviously, but after about 30 seconds into it, I honestly get bored, and I'm like, I don't want to hold this any longer. If anything, I'll go on the wall and just hold static ones, but you know, you lose that balance component. So it was still definitely fun to test out and see where I'm at and what I need to work on if that is my goal.
Yeah, and we were discussing that in your particular case, the shoulder opening is going to make it more efficient for your handstand as well as your handstand push-up.
Exactly.
So the better the alignment that you can get in terms of overhead mobility, the less difficult it actually is. So that's been something I've been really working on. So I've actually been working on handstand endurance because I'm trying to build the capacity for the one-arm handstand.
Gotcha.
So I found in the past when I wasn't working on this endurance, I'd be getting frustrated with the one-arm handstand purely because I didn't have the base.
Yeah.
So for me, it's been a combination of building the endurance as well as it's an extra incentive to work on mobility.
Exactly.
Because that's something that I wish for those of you watching that I worked on from the start, increasing thoracic mobility, shoulder mobility, because now I'm working so much harder to get to that point. So me doing my mobility ties into being motivated for handstand.
Honestly, just seeing you hold it for that long has motivated me now. And so I'm gonna send you a video of me doing a 1-minute handstand clean.
So do you have any tips on handstands while you're...
Okay, so what you want to do is you got to keep pushing. Just push.
pushing to the ground?
We're at 1 minute 43.
Like hanging around you, I'm usually always better at somebody than bodyweight training, who I work out with.
Ooh, yeah.
Like always. So when you hang out with people who are at your level or even better than you in some aspects, like it just makes me that much better also.
Yeah, and I had to travel to the other side of the world. I'm here in America, Los Angeles, connecting with like-minded people who are very driven at a high level as well themselves. And it's just growth, productive growth. If you haven't already, subscribe, like the video, leave your comment below, and see you in future videos.
See ya.
Peace.